Hello everybody, I'm going to give it a few minutes to let people log on. I got here a picture 18 hours ago of Jason Kenney, Premier of Alberta, promising over $1 billion to businesses over the pandemic. Another rob from the people and give the money from one hand to the other. None of this is coming out of his pocket. And more than likely, that $1 billion is going to be focused solely on Jason's loyal base. We're going to talk civil rights today, why it's important to understand this maniac, Premier Jason Kenney. He's robbing all of you. He's forcing you to give up your charter of rights and freedoms, a federally held power of the federal government that gives you charter rights. They get to decide how those are administered. But they can use guys like Jason Kenney, premiers, who have full authority in Section 92A of our Canadian Constitution, where explicitly premiers of every province and every territory absolutely have full say and control over all of your civil rights. Places like the Whistle Stop can see astronomical fines by one Jason Kenney. Upon that, he will not renew your business license. He will not renew food vending. He won't renew anything. This is what he does. The same thing for those who go to protest. Now he says, I'm going to fine you $2,000. If you don't pay it, I will take your license. I won't renew your properties. Many things. Your gun license, your hunting license. It goes on and on. Albertans and Canadians, these premiers with zero constitutions whatsoever, meaning there is no legal ramifications for him whatsoever. Him or any of the rest, zero. A prime minister can utilize these guys, the worst of the worst, to orchestrate as much violations against all of your human rights, your charter rights, and of course your civil rights. But they can use the premiers who have no rules of governance. They don't exist. This is not the same for Russia. It's not the same for United States of America. We are a constitutional monarchy, a broken system, abandoned by the UK over colonial Canada, absolutely in 1952. No one's going to tell you this because corrupt premiers, corrupt prime ministers, and all MPs, MLAs are in on it. Did you know Henshaw is in a ministry? Just like the Privy Council federally, every premier under that civil right has full executive authority to appoint, not elect, appoint whoever they want to run their ministries. Dina Henshaw operates exclusively by the orders of Jason Kenney. It's the same in Ontario with Doug Ford and all the rest of the provinces. There is a multi-party system in Canada. However, there is only one autocracy. One autocracy, every party's in on it. It doesn't matter. It's outlined extremely well in our Canadian limited federal constitution, the Constitution Act of 1867. You can all read it. I've put up the website. You can go to worldconstitutionday.org. On there you will find every constitution in English of every UN state in the entire world. All the countries of the world. There you can click on Canada. It will bring up your constitution and you can compare it to the rest of the world. Absolutely. A tremendous gift given to all of you by the greatest minds in the world today. In law, I have many of them, well over 123 as of today. Canadians, you need somebody to create a federal party. To take that federal party and promise you, the people, enshrined rights absolute. How is that done, you ask? We fire the Governor General, who is appointed by Prime Minister. We fire every Lieutenant Governor of every province and every territory. Upon that, we appoint our own. And why we do that, sworn to the party? Because Lieutenant Governors of every province and territory, as well as the Federal Governor General, appointed absolutely by the party elected into power. They assume Her Majesty. You hear the term, the Queen of England. She has not operated for Canada, not since her ascension. Her father abolished that in 1952. He died several months after that. The politicians stole the crown power. The Constitution was never amended. Absolute autocracy given to all politicians elected in Canada since 1952 onward. When we fire the Governor General, a crown power supposed to be of the UK, but now absolutely held by whomever you elect to office every 4 years. They take Governor General, absolute, full autocracy. Governor General ascends all federal bills. Lieutenant Governors ascend all acts of every legislature in Canada, each and every one separately, answerable only to Premier and absolutely Prime Minister. It's a backdoor executive autocratic power to Prime Minister. We don't have any real democracy. Sure, you have multi-party system, zero democracy. When we take those positions, if you elect the CCP, the only party promising to do this verbally, openly to all of you, that will fire Governor General, all Lieutenant Governors, appoint our own, loyal to the party, sworn only to you, the people. They will not ascend a single act of any legislature across all of Canada, meaning the premiers themselves will all be armbarred. They can't legislate. No MLA will be able to legislate. We will do the same for Governor General. Oh, I messed that up. Drag it down. Gotta watch the screen, eh? There we go. We will do the same for Governor General. And no bill will ever be passed in Parliament by any MLAs. There's absolutely nothing any MP, MLA, opposition party can do about it. There's nothing the Senate can do about it. In fact, Governor General and Lieutenant Governors of every province absolutely have the authority over your superior courts in every province and every territory. Governor General has absolute authority over your highest court in the country, the Supreme Court of Canada. You see what we're doing here? Unlike all the parties in Canada who fight exclusively for that crown power, that's what they all go for. They ascend to it. They become absolute autocrats once elected. They will never give up the power because they can't resist it. They want the full authority, the full autocracy over each and every one of you, not the CCP, Canadian Constitutionalist Party. We will use those crown powers to destroy the crown power. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to go into great detail about civil, human, and charter rights today at the whistle stop. We're going to go through Jason Kenney and all the politicians. But for Albertans at the whistle stop, we're going to focus on this. How this guy is going to have you printing money from your Bank of Canada to give you back $1 billion that nobody's earned in Canada. As he's pumped on billions and billions. He's going to say, don't worry, we're just going to devalue you, your children and your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren to come. We're going to destroy their lives. Because Jason Kenney gets a commission for all this. All his special interests become loaded. And in turn, he becomes loaded. Because there are no rules of governance, no rules of how to govern. Jason Kenney ascended to premier, and until his term is over, until you throw him out, he will rape, rob, pillage, and plunder like all those before him. Very, very few resisted. I know for Alberta only two resisted the crown power, and this guy embraces it full tilt. He is a one with Justin Trudeau. He was a Ralph Goodale liberal. You don't flip-flop from extreme left to extreme right. You don't overnight become a taxpayer lover and, oh, I want to be in the Taxpayers Federation. How does the Taxpayers Federation feel about Jason Kenney now? They're shocked, appalled, disgusted. This is the problem with our constitutional monarchy. There are no rules that forbid you from lying to the public. In fact, in Canada, you're allowed to lie to the people. It's encouraged. It's embedded in the political structure of Canada like nowhere else in the world. And there is zero accountability to these folks. They can murder you. They can destroy your life, destroy your family, destroy the country, the regions. They can destroy all of it. Fill their back pocket. Foreign interests extreme. And there's nothing you can do about it, except for elect another one that you hope is not as bad as the last. Jason Kenney is 2.5 times worse than the absolute worst premier, Rachel Notley. And as unbelievable as that is, he's 2.5 times as bad. He's destroyed you financially like no other premier in the history of Canada. Did you hear me? The history of Canada.